What is up? What is going on? Dave at SVA Card Collectors. And it is a dreary day in New York. Very dreary. I'm heading over to Target now. Hopefully I will not be tempted with stupid boxes that are just throwing money away. Unless I see Top Series 2, then I'll pick it up. I've been picking them up wherever I see them, and I'm just stashing them. I'm just holding and waiting. To be patiently waiting. So that's really what I look for. Even the hangers, I'm going to go and get them. I think they're going to be on par with, I shouldn't say that. I don't think they'll be on par with 2018, but they could be. Just because we don't know about Vlad, Eloy, Tatis, Alonso, some other people who might come out of the woodworks as well. Who knows? So there's that. I was cleaning my green room. I'm starting to be able to get in there, and I'm starting to, make some progress, clean things out, and where I can actually take pictures and have space to do shipping, things like that. I just have a dresser. That's basically what it is. I'm cleaning it off the top of my dresser, and everything else is just a mess. But I'm doing that as well. I don't have anything specifically today. All the stuff I spoke about that's coming out, that's all coming out tomorrow. Really, I wanted to make a point and focus on doing your research. And if you guys are getting back into the hobby, I know I see some people, who joined, they go, I'm just getting back. They're in the same spot that I was last year around this time. And I made a lot of stupid buys. And I did stupid buys because I didn't do any research and I just followed what people said. Or I looked on eBay and I see sold and I saw people trending up and I'm going, oh, this guy's got to be good. Look, he's trending up. He's trending up in the off season. And so, I'll give you two examples. I am a Yankee fan, people know, and I was all in for this guy named Luis Medina. Hard-throwing pitcher, and that's all I knew about him. And I would even talk about it as if I knew anything. And guys, I knew nothing about him. I go, oh, this guy's a top prospect. He throws really fast. Oh, I hear nothing but good things about him. I didn't hear anything. I just was trying to justify my purchase in saying, just making crap up. That's what I did. I made crap up. I didn't have the podcast at the time, and I don't believe I would have said, oh, this guy's good. I would have done my research. At that time, I didn't know about Fangraphs. I didn't know about all these other places to go to look at. I didn't hear about these internets that people talk about, or the Google. So I just looked at eBay, looked at their solds, and I saw a lot of people were going after them, and why not me? And then I would go, I'm just going to buy them, get them graded, and I will reap the benefits, because no one would sell me something that won't be able to grade to a 10 or a Beckett 9.5 with an autograph 10. That would be ludicrous. So after I bought all these cards, and a lot of, I will say this, I lucked out because I didn't check for centering. I didn't check for nothing. I just saw the card. It looks nice. It was like a raw card, and I would get it because I saw I can get it cheaper. I can grade it for $20 on Beckett and then resell it. What I should have done was not buy the card, but also send it over to PSA, because PSA 10s, you get more money. Because that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to flip the cards. There was nothing where I was going, I'm going to keep it. So I was buying him up, buying green, and I buy the green first. I bought blues, orange, no, not orange, gold. I bought all these cards up. And then I remember when I finally looked at his stats, and I went, this guy's god awful. He stinks. He has like a 5 ERA, a ton of walks. It was just bad. And I'm going, well, what did I do? Why did I do this? And the second guy I did this with was Aramis Adaman, and he is a Cubs prospect. 3 years ago, he was the top prospect. Him, I thought, well, after I bought his card, I went, let me do some research now that I bought his card. And so I looked him up, and I saw he was one of the top prospects for the Cubs. And I went, oh, I started patting myself on that. Dave, you did good. And his cards were going up and things like that. Not realizing that it was for 2017, not 2018. Where 2018 he batted 200 and he stunk up the joint. And they were like basically going, I don't know if this guy's going to be any good anymore. So that was great. So I bought a bunch of his cards. Same thing. I got some of them graded. Some, I think 2 of them didn't come out too good. And I didn't want to spend the extra money to crack it, clean it, and get it fixed by PSA. So I would throw money, 30, 40 bucks, because I would bid on these cards. And they were going for a decent amount of money. And I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I think his cards were higher, Aramis Adaman, and he went down because he played so poorly. So if you've been tracking him and you said, you know what, I think this was just a blip. I think he's going to do real well. I don't know why you would. It's just minor leagues. It was his second year. There's really no data to give you any of that information. Like, you know, he was smacking the ball around. But in any case, I didn't do any of that. Nothing. I did none of that research. I just bought because I saw other people buying. And then I got it graded. So I would spend 20, 30 bucks on a blue. I would spend less than 20 bucks on a base. Maybe 30, 40 bucks. So let's just say I spent 30 bucks. I paid 20 bucks to get it graded by Beckett. So that's 50 bucks I got right there. And that's how much they were selling for, around 60 bucks, 70 bucks. But really they were going down. They were trending down. But when I bought, they were up because I was buying not knowing at the time when Bowman Chrome came out. Bowman Chrome came out and these cards were for sale, and it was within the month or two where the prices were still pretty high. And I just didn't realize it because I just didn't know. I didn't know that was, you know, when you shouldn't be buying. What I tell you people all the time, and some people still don't listen to me, but whatever. So I spent probably a couple of $100 on each guy with regards to getting the card and getting it graded. And just threw money away. It really was because I didn't know anything about them. I didn't do my research. I just checked eBay solds, and there was no rhyme or reason to it. You head over to my website, svacardcollectors.com. You will see I did an article in the very beginning. If you type in the search, the Fangraphs, I tell you my thoughts on how I now take a look at a prospect. And it's a much thorough, a better analysis. There are other guys that go through more detailed statistics. I don't do that. I started trying to get into that, and you can get more involved, but I will tell you this, there's no key, there's no magic number, there's no magic statistic that goes, well, if this is this amount, if this is a 10, you got to buy it now because this guy's going to blow up and no one's seeing it. Because A, people would have seen it already and they would be realizing it. And B, it doesn't work like that. There's no stats. There's no magical stat that's going to tell you that. There's indications, there's things that you can see that you can make a inference. For example, if a guy has 5 home runs, but the guy hits 25, 30 doubles that year, and he is a young 18, 19-year-old prospect, it would be safe to assume, well, he's going to bulk up, he's going to get a little bit bigger as the years go on, and those doubles are going to turn into home runs. Logical things like that you can think. You don't need anyone else for that stuff. It'd be nice for somebody to give you this information and package it for you and go, here you go, these are the guys that I think. But for the most part, you could do it yourself. If you want to save time, I'm sure there's people out there that can do it. And maybe I'll do that. There'll be a little service that I provide for $19.99. Shipping and handling will be extra. Imagine that. I have a digital email I send you, but I charge you for shipping. email shipping, $5. That's a good thing. So now I'm just waiting because Luis Medina didn't have a good year this year as well. He walked a ton of guys, and he just got lit up. Aramis Adaman played well in the very beginning, and then he's crapped the bed. So he didn't play well. So now you have 2 years of him playing poorly. You can get his base card raw for $5, even less now. At shows, that's what I paid, and I bought one just because. But also, take a look at how it looks, the centering. You should be able to take a look at the centering on a card and make a decision. That's one less thing. And the corners, you should have a decent idea. You should be able to tell the corners if it's a bad card. Those are the two things you should be able to do. Surface is very difficult, and edging is somewhat difficult to check on eBay. But I would say centering, you can definitely tell, and you should be able to figure it out from there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Do your research. Don't just buy because other people are buying. Don't go with the trends. You know what I always say. If everyone's going one way, look the other, because that's where the deals are. That's where you'll make the most money. Have some patience as well. Don't just hop on some things and just start doing it just because. Try to think a little bit. Before you hit bid or anything like that, just think about it. One, is this a good deal? Why is it a good deal? Where can I get rid of this? Where can I sell this? Can I sell this on Instagram, Facebook? A lot of people buying this. Check comps, see maybe, even though they don't give you the sales history like a bunch of dopes, they do tell you how many have sold within the quarter. So if you see like 30 of these cards sold in a quarter, that means people are buying these up. So there is demand for it. So if you can buy it cheap enough, you might be able to sell it on there. Or you could sell it on eBay as well. You could check how many solds they have as well. There's plenty of arenas to check. And that's that. All right, guys? Head over to the website, svacardcollectors.com. Flick chat, download the app. We're talking, yapping. People talking about hockey. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. Right now, I can't. I'm trying to worry about basketball more because that's what I do like more. And I've been watching more of the games, which is real great because I got to watch the Knicks. But hockey, it's just some Ruski's name. So it's going to be Demetrius. I don't know. I can't think of any other Russian names. But, they're going to be the top guys. I have no idea. Beyond Young Guns, that's the only thing I know. The Young Guns are what people collect for the Upper Deck. It's coming out on Wednesday, I believe, Series 1. From what I'm told, the last year, if you played like a game last year, you're going to be in Series 1. So I'm assuming it's just like baseball, Series 2 and Update are going to be the better ones to get. I don't even know if there is a hockey update. No clue. So there's my hockey report, guys. Just, go with that. Stink. All right, guys, you guys know what to do. Buy some cards and go broke. Later.